Hello everyone, welcome to another Infinite Magic Raid video. Today we are going to be reviewing Heng'E 3 or Heng'E 3, or I'm just going to call her Heng because I don't know what the developers were going for with that apostrophe. Okay, maybe of course a different culture, so their naming schemes are different, but let's just go with Heng'E 3. So this character is a defense character from the Green Mark Tower, from Green Mark and Brotherhood. So yeah, I think she's going to be very good in faction abyss, of course, because we don't have any. I won't say we don't really have any character like her in Brotherhood. Yeah, so she could be really useful there. But let's see. Let's first go over her skills, what she does, and check out her build, and test her in a couple of game modes. So first of all, her basic, she's basically going to remove buff from the opponent, remove one layer, I believe. These two stages of which deals damage by 10%. Okay, besides, removes one layer, of course, yeah, one layer of random buff from the target. And if the target doesn't have any buff, it inflicts block buff on them. So yeah, that would be very good for Green Tower against, I believe that's boss Thar, that has a shield. So we'll test that and see if that works. I've not actually tested it, so we're going to see that in this video. For the first active skill, it has a turn of 1, which means every turn she can use it, and she's going to apply fictitious defense, which acts as ally protection for a specific character. So, and if she applies this again on the next turn on that same character, she's going to apply block debuff and block remover on that character. This is awesome, but the problem with this particular skill is that you can't really use it in auto, because in auto, whenever you apply whenever you use this skill and it gets to her turn again, she uses this skill on a different character. She doesn't use it on the same character anymore. Of course, it's a 3-turn skill, and by the time you get back, by the time the 3-turn is over, like, you can't really stack it. You need to be able to stack this skill at least twice on a specific character to apply block debuff and to apply block remover. You cannot do that in auto, but of course you can do that when you are playing manually. So yeah, that's the downside of this skill, but overall it's a good skill to have. And yeah, let's go to the next one. Now for the passive skill, basically at the beginning of the match and for the first 6 turns, she's going to take less direct 30% less direct damage, and of course that's the amount of damage is going to increase as you scale up. So she's going to take 30%. I believe when it is masked, it's going to be 54%. Yeah, 66, that's, yeah, plus 30, that's 54. She's going to take 54% less direct damage and less dot damage, but over the 6 turns, those buffs will be converting to health for her, and she basically is going to have double her health after the first 6 turns. So if, let's say you start the match with 600k health, by 6 turns you'll be having about 1.2 million health. So yeah, this is of course useful because you are having ally protection here. You're going to be taking a lot of damage based on how many characters you are protecting. So yeah, it's quite nice to have. For the final skill, she's going to extend fictitious defense, which is this ally protection. You know, it's 3 turns, so she's going to extend it, making it 4 turns on whoever character has it. It's an AoE damage, does damage based on her health. She does her own damage based on her health, not based on defense. Although she's a defense character, but her damage is based on her health. And of course, she's going to have data deconstruction, and data deconstruction increases your crit damage based on your effect res. Now, what it says here is that additionally gains crit damage equal to 40% of initial effect res up to 60%. So as you increase it, okay, that doesn't change when you increase. What you just get is the extra damage that she does on this particular skill. So basically, if you need to have 150 effect res to get 60% crit damage for all your characters, including her. Yeah, so right now I'm getting about 40% crit damage because I have about 100% effect res. So I need to get 50% more to actually get that extra 20% crit damage. This is of course only useful for direct damage dealers. It's not really useful for those that do dot damage. Those characters need more of mastery. So fortunately, she is better for those that do direct damage. And another passive from her, from her exclusives, let's check out her exclusives. You see that at exclusive 1, she gives Resolute, which increases skill damage for the character that has fictitious defense. So, and skill damage, of course, is only useful for direct damage dealers. It's not really useful for dot damage dealers. So, yeah, she really, in terms of damage buffing, she really supports direct damage dealers. Yeah, and the second exclusive, she's basically going to be healing up on every turn she takes, and every turn those that have fictitious defense take, she's going to be healing. So trust me, by the time we go into the gameplay, you're going to see that this is going to be very, very important, because against bosses that do a lot of damage, she's going to be dying very early. But with this exclusive, it means that she's going to be able to survive and actually be very useful against stronger bosses. So yes, you definitely need that E2 if you're going to be taking on stronger bosses. You need that E1 if you're going to be supporting direct damage dealers. And E3, she refreshes duration of all buffs on all allies. So this is quite interesting, because we have another character that does something similar but not quite as OP, and that is Lily. So Lily, as her first active skill, basically extends the duration of all attribute buffs on all allies by 1 turn. So attribute buffs only, but she increases all buffs. That is, Heng'E increases all buffs. So which means if you have immunity, like let's check some example of buffs. You can see this damage immunity is a buff. So if you are using her on this team with Nordak will give you 2 turns, and by the time she does skill 2, she's going to increase this damage immunity to 3 turns, which is going to be really OP. But of course, you really get this when you get Heng'E to E3. So a real value against stronger bosses, and for those that are already advanced in the game, comes from E2 and E3 really. So up to E1, well, for beginners, yes, you enjoy her, but for those that are like fighting Tower 30 or Dwarven Runes or 30 or stuff like that, you are going to need that from E2 and above, definitely, because she won't be able to survive those bosses. So yeah, that's about that for her skill. This is my current build. Of course, it's recommended that you give her HP and effect res to get that extra crit damage. But if you're not going to be supporting direct damage dealers, you may not really need the effect res, because the effect res, of course, it protects her because it gives her effect resistance. But the effect res majorly gives, you want that crit damage for your direct damage dealers. So if you are not supporting the direct damage dealers, then effect res may not be it for you. Just get some speed, get some HP, get some maybe crit rate and crit damage, so you could do some damage, but you just mostly focus on speed and HP. While if you're supporting direct damage dealers, you get in your effect res so that you can have extra 60% crit damage for your teammates. For the equipment, I recommend using the dexterity set that gives you speed and effect res, or you could even go for the tough set, which gives HP, tenacity, and effect res. So either of these sets that you can build for her, just make use of it. So I'm using HP on the first artifact, I'm using effect res on the second artifact, I'm using speed on the third artifact. Like I said, I'm still considering this effect res. At the moment, the effect res is good, especially in PvPs. You won't get frozen easily and stuff like that. But when you are not supporting direct damage dealer, you are missing out on the crit damage that is added. So yeah, of course, she gets to do more damage if you take her to exclusive 3, she will do more damage. But yeah, we know most people will not get to that point. So consider those different builds depending on your scenario. For our emblem, you can take a screenshot. Of course, defense support, mostly focusing on health and effect res. And yeah, if you're not going for effect res here, you could go for defense here to protect her a bit more. But yeah, speed and all of that. So you can take a screenshot if you're interested in that emblem. So I've not fully upgraded her skills, as you can see here, but it's manageable for now. But she will definitely need those to be upgraded. For the aura, I don't have any aura on her, but I would say any of these auras that can heal her, she will definitely need it. Like extra recovery will be very good on her. So once I can get something here, I think I will use extra recovery for now, or anyone that can. for those that are more advanced, maybe if you have her E3, you don't need extra recovery anymore because she's going to be healing herself easily. So what you would need will be what you would need will be artifacts that give damage, inflict damage on the boss. Well, maybe speed up artifact or artifact that give you more damage, like combat. Where is it? Skill master would be nice to improve the skill damage of your, okay, the damage of your characters. Yeah, then combat, yeah, this is what I'm looking for, combat vanguard aura. So if you have a E3 E2 E3, then you use combat vanguard aura. If you don't, then go for extra recovery or recovery on horn to, yes, to heal your character. So yes, in fact, I would say recovery horn should be the best one because she's going to be using her skill 1 every single turn. So yes, just go for recovery horn. If you don't have recovery on, then you can go for extra recovery. But when you get to E3, go for combat vanguard aura. So those would be my recommendations. For me, I know I'll probably never get to E3, so I'm just going to focus on getting this recovery on because trust me, she's definitely going to need that recovery on. Yeah, so now let's go into the gameplay. Yeah, I believe we're done with. Okay, in terms of our echo, what do I have on her? For yes, effect res, Ocean Legacy is really nice on her. So anything that gives her effect res, maybe anything that gives her defense. If you don't have anyone that gives effect res, yeah, so any of those would work. So let's go for gameplay. So let's first check out how much damage she can do against guild boss. Let's start with guild boss 5. Let's do a battle test. Let me see some lineups that I have. So I have Andras does both direct damage and mass and dot damage, so it's going to be good with her. So let's see how much damage. First of all, let's see how much damage I do with and without her. Yeah, so with this team, she's going to be replacing Ben Austin. Yeah, so let's see with Ben Austin. Let's see how much damage we do. Let's skip. With Ben Austin, we're able to do 219. Let's just do one more because sometimes the values vary a lot. Let's do one more. 219 and 207. So yeah, you're able to cross 200 million with Ben Austin. But let's see without Ben Austin and with her instead. Let's see how much we can do. Let's see. We did 219 and 207 earlier, so 127. Wow, that's terrible. That's terrible. So you can see that she's not really great for, yeah, this is not a mode at all. So this same thing is reflected on Wandering Coast. She's not really good for this mode. I believe the new mythic Nereid will be so much better for this mode. But for her, I don't think she's going to do well in this mode. Yeah, so not the best mode for her. Let's check out Tower of Mark, Green Tower. So especially the boss that has a shield. I believe that's boss 28. Yeah, so let's see if she can help us with the boss's shield. So I'll remove Ben Austin here, just plug her in, and yeah, let's go into the battle. Let's see what we can do. So I don't think I need to speed up here. I don't think I really. Okay. So let's just showcase this skill. Let's use it on Heng'e. Yeah, so inflict. So you see that Heng'e will barely take any damage because she's protecting him. Okay, let's just quickly. You can see, yeah, take 70% of the damage dealt here. So. Okay, so you can see I can decide to, if I use it on Heng'e again, I see now Heng'e has this buff, block removal and block debuff. So yeah, that works. But of course, like I said, on auto, can apply it on him again to renew that. So you can see that my hairs will never take, if I'm playing it manually, my hairs will never take dot. That's just basically what is going to be happening, because I'll keep protecting hairs. Because you see that in this match, hairs is not going to do crit damage, so I don't need to use special 3 to do that crit damage. Yeah, so I'll just be focusing on protecting hairs, and yeah. So no, I don't think I need to use this. Let's use this. Let's just use this one. Yeah, to protect hairs. Apply this. Yeah, so let's see how we do. So you see that she's basically protecting hairs, and hairs is basically safe. Okay, let me use this here. Use this on him. Yeah, so she does a job of protection. This is probably not the best gameplay for this, but yeah, let's end this. You can see that we took a lot of damage, but yeah, we are basically protected. Once any character goes below 50% health, they get this electric bunny, so that's good. Yeah, that's nice. So let's see how this will work. Let's heal up because we are quite down. I guess we could use this. Apply this here. Okay, we don't need to use that. Let's just apply this on hairs. Not that we need it anyways, but yeah. So apply, remove, okay, see, yeah, it works. So I remove the shield from the boss. So basically the shield remover works. I can just keep using this here on his. Apply fire. Let's slow it down a little bit. Let's just keep focusing on buffing our hairs. Okay, remove. Nice. So as special 3 we remove everything, but as special 1 only removes 1. So in this case both of them apply. You can use whichever you wish to use. So yeah, it's smooth sailing from here on. So you can just apply this. It doesn't have any buff now. Just raise this. Can use this. So yeah, from here on you're just going to finish the match. Just let me protect. So I'm just focusing on protecting only hairs, but you could protect any other character you wish. Okay, no, I can remove the shield here. Just goodbye shield, simple. So this will take quite some time, so I would likely skip this. Yeah, so at this point you don't really want to use protect too many characters. The reason for that is because since she's not healing so much, she will die too easily. So that's basically it. So let's remove that with our basic. Oh no, just with our basics, can just use this. Yeah, so I think she did quite a good amount of damage there. But like I said, she's not going to be your main damage dealer, so don't count too much on that. But yeah, this basically works the way Ben would work. She's going to be a good replacement for Ben. Speed up and heal. and protect. Use this. And if you have a high level Nodak, maybe E3 Nodak, this is even going to be so much easier. Let's remove. Thank you. No shield. We don't need that here. I can just use this. And see, I'm not even playing, like, I'm not even trying to protect my character so much because, yeah, she's already doing a good job at that. So when you have her combined with Nodak, you're going to be doing quite a lot. Yeah, no worries, no worries, no worries. So let me use this here. Okay. No need for that. No need for that. I'll just use this. Use this. Yeah, she doesn't really do much damage. Yeah, that's not what she's here for anyways. Yeah, I guess this took quite some time. Yeah, so yes, that's how she's very much able to clear 30. So that works. So she can replace Ben for you on Tower of Mark. Now let's check out. Well, this video will be getting too long if I test every single mode, so I think that will be enough for this. So tomorrow we will be trying a couple of other modes on tomorrow's video, see how well she does in Faction Abyss, see how well she does in Dwarven Ruins at E0. So we're going to be checking those gameplay out, but for now, this is my first impression. She's not great in Wandering Coast and Guild. That's not, I don't believe that's what she's meant for. I believe you can focus on Nereid for that. And she's good in tower. She can replace Ben Austin. If you don't have Ben Austin, she's a perfect replacement for Ben Austin in Tower of Mark at lower levels of campaign and even PvP. So she could be quite good in PvP as well. We'll do some other tests on a different video. But for this, yeah, that's about it. If you enjoy my videos, guys, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.